Yes, I was detained there on false pretenses, and I just have a couple questions.
I'm sorry, you said what was the beginning?
I was detained and sent there on false pretenses, and I had questions regarding my stay there.
Okay, what kind of questions?
Okay, I'm sorry. What was your name?
It's Taylor, but I'm just a receptionist, so I'm trying to figure out where to get you, who's the best person to get you to.
Okay, and this is JPS Mental Hospital, Trinity Springs.
This is JPS Trinity Springs Pavilion, yes, ma'am.
Okay, who's the patient advocate?
Carol Ann, would you like to speak with her?
Will it be a voicemail or would I actually speak with her?
Just a moment.
Okay.
Your name first?
I'm no, I try to be anonymous. Is there? I just wanted to talk to her.
Okay, well, in order for me to do that, I have to let her know who she's going to be speaking with.
It's
So,
Kay.
I'm sorry?
It's Kay.
Kay is the name that you would be in the system?
Yes.
Okay, there has to be a first and a last name, ma'am.
Oh, you want my first and last name? Oh, Kiana. Keyana. You're gonna try to get her on the phone. What was I don't understand the reasoning behind you said that she needs to know my name, and then now you got to try to get her on the phone.
Do you want me to transfer you to the patient
You have to
advocate
try.
or not, ma'am?
I'm just confused because you said that she needed to know my name in order to speak with her, and then
When
now
I
you
get
said
Carol Ann on the phone, she's going to ask me who I'm transferring to her.
people just start arguments,
With,
ma'am,
and
all
so
the
I
time with
needed to
me.
know your.
It's very toxic for
I'm
all these
sorry.
years. People repeatedly call after call start arguments. So if I have to be degraded on
Ma'am,
each
I'm not
call,
trying to argue with you. If anything, I feel like you're arguing with me. I'm just
I
trying to
get
get you to the
gaslit.
patient advocate.
Sure, ma'am. I don't have rights. I said I don't have rights. Oh, if you can get her on
You
the phone.
absolutely have rights.
No, I
I'm
don't,
just
ma'am.
trying to get you to who you've asked
No,
me to get
you're
you to.
highly mistaken. I do not have rights. But yeah, I'd like to speak with her. If I have to be degraded on each call and almost in all my environments, that's not having rights.
Ma'am, I haven't degraded you whatsoever in any manner, but I'm sorry you feel like I have. Can I put you on a brief hold so that I can get Carol Ann on the line for you?
Yes, ma'am. For some reason, it's a long hold. Yes, ma'am.
I've got Carol Ann available, and I'm going to transfer you straight to her, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
And she is the patient advocate. You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay.
Just a moment. Good morning, this is Carol Ann. How can I help you?
Yes, I really didn't get. This is Kiana Clark, and I really didn't get
Hello?
up. Yes, you can't hear me. You're not muted.
Hello?
You're not muted. I experience this all the time.
Hello?
You're not muted. Now on hold. Calling back. That way she can be away from her desk now. And there's no charges.
Springs, this is Taylor.
Yes, I think I just spoke with you, and for some reason, Carolyn didn't hear me.
Oh, she couldn't hear you?
I don't know what was happening. She wasn't muted.
Okay, well, she sent me a message and said that when she answered, that no one was there. So let me send you back to her again, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Carolyn, can I help you?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Were you on the line a while ago?
I experience this all the time. I don't know what was going on.
I've said hello like 4 or 5 times, but nobody was there.
Okay.
And then I tried to call the number back, and then it said it was out of service. Maybe I misdialed it, but I thought I dialed the number on the screen. Anyway, my name is Carol Ann. How can I help you?
Yes, I sent you multiple different grievances, and I really didn't get a follow-up of all my reports. And it's been a pattern for me. So I reported that I was getting.
Hang on just a minute. When was the last time you were here?
She said that she needed my information, and you said you had a number on file.
I had your phone number.
Right. So are you able to look? Are you able to look if you have all my information up?
I will be able to look. I just wanted to try to find out when the last time you were here.
You could probably know better than me if you have all my information already up.
I have not pulled your information up yet.
Oh, I thought you said you had my phone number.
From the phone. I only had the number from the phone, the caller ID.
So you called the caller ID back and it said it was a bad number?
Yes, but maybe I misdialed it.
No, I don't get my calls.
I wrote it down. 469-374.
That is the correct number. I don't know what's happening. I don't get most of my calls. That could be the problem.
I'm not sure what. Okay, I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I'm going to pull you up right now.
Okay.
But when did you?
I did. I sent multiple different grievances.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me when the last time you were here so I can look and see in my records?
I'm not quite sure. I've had so much going on, so I just prefer if you just look it up and that way you can go by what you see. Definitives.
Well, let's see. On the 10th floor was in August of last year. Does that sound right?
It does. But I'm concerned about
And then you were here in 2023.
Yes, I'm concerned about when I was escorted out with by the police without my clothes, my brand new clothes, heavy sweater like a coat, and my brand new boots that were stylish. I had stylish clothes on. And you said you did review the camera footage. That I was there on false pretenses, and I was getting slandered and mistreated the hospital stay. And I was questioning why the police was at a mental hospital guarding it, and then escorted me out to a toxic cab ride where I was being kidnapped until I got my device. So you did say that you reviewed the camera footage, and I wanted to question why the police demanded that I left without shoes on my feet that I had just bought. In fact, I had just got out of jail on, I believe it was the 8th, and then was detained the next day on the 9th at one safe place. And I communicated to hospital staff, an army full of people, that I was there on false pretenses. And I thought them being accomplices to a false commitment made them made them accomplices to those charges. But some kind of way it was ignored, and I'm not quite sure why the police department was repeatedly guarding me at hospital stays.
Well, we do have our own hospital police.
But they're guarding this one unit. Are they typically guarding units? Because this has happened at multiple different hospital stays when I experienced peculiar things. So they are
posted on the 10th floor. We have an officer on the 10th floor almost 24/7.
So on the 10th floor or in a whole unit?
I have spoken. I know your name sounds familiar.
Is it on in a unit or 10th floor or in a unit?
On the 10th floor, they're there pretty much 24/7.
Are they in a unit?
Hey, let me finish.
You don't want me. I don't know why each call is like this, ma'am. I just wanted clarity. Are they in a specific unit or on the 10th floor?
You're talking about police department?
Yes. Are they in a unit, a individual unit?
I'm not sure I'm understanding what you're asking.
Oh,
they have on the 10th floor. Yes, they are part of the JPS police department. They assign an officer to the 10th floor on a daily basis, on a shift-by-shift basis, as a matter of fact. On the inpatient units, no, they don't stay present on the inpatient units, but if we need a police presence, then we can call the JPS police department, and they will send an officer or however many officers we may need.
Okay, so follow up to my stolen clothes, my new clothes, because I had just been got out of jail on the false charges on the 8th, and then arrested on the 9th at one safe place for trying to get services. So we're detained. So back to my clothes, clarification on what happened with my brand new clothes and brand new boots, and I had to leave with socks on in the cold. You said that you did review the camera footage?
I'm not recalling our conversation before. I mean, your name does sound familiar to me.
You didn't put notes in? You reviewed camera footage and you didn't put any notes?
Tiana, I'm trying to narrow down which visit we're talking about, and so that I should have some notes somewhere, but I'm trying to figure out which visit it was.
February, I was communicating that already. February 9th, people get really aggressive and upset with me call to call. It's just really peculiar. I mean, I'm reporting some really amazing mistreatment,
February
and
of
for
this
some reason, all over the
February
place,
of this
people are
year.
furious with me. It was February of, I can't remember the date. It was 2022, I believe. Like I said, my
So
mind
you
is just fogged up because I have, as you can see, I have an astronomical amount of insanity that I endure. So, but nonetheless, I think it was February of 2022, or it may have been 23.
all right. Let me look at those folders.
Okay. Well, the only reason why I'm concerned because I've had to start calling the police on hospitals because they repeatedly steal or damage my clothes. And now the police since I incriminated I'm deliberately trying to incriminate this hospital stays because it's happened so many times. My items have been stolen. So now I call the police on the hospitals and make a big deal. And then, as I inform you, when they were trying to steal my credit card and clothes, a second stay there. And then I was slandered in discharge records, which repeatedly keeps happening, and jail records. But nonetheless, they lied on me. I was sitting in a room alone. They lied on me when I was trying to watch TV, saying I created disturbance because I scared people into not stealing my property, like I was trying to do. So someone got mad that staff got scared and didn't steal my property from me. They didn't follow proper protocol, which is why I informed you my second stay there. And they deliberately, I believe it was intentional, they didn't follow policy because they were deliberately trying to steal my items. Then the police was there on the unit supervising what was going on, and then they eventually recovered my items after I scared them and told them how many hospitals stole from me. They recovered my items, but they lied on me and gave me a shot, and I reported that to you. I reported all the peculiar behavior and that I experienced there, and I experienced at multiple different environments, and I'm trying to establish a pattern. Are you able to find when you said that you checked checked the camera footage with the clothes that they stole from me and how police
And
escorted me out?
I still wouldn't be able. I wouldn't be able to go back to that. So I'm looking to see if I have notes about it. So if you just hang on just a minute.
Well, you said you did review it and it was very vague. I really didn't really get a lot of clarity with all my grievances that I made of a lot of mistreatment and cover up for my false detention and why police were guarding the hospital stay and security. So when police got caught repeatedly guarding my hospital stay, then that unit had its own security, and it's been a pattern for me. And then, in fact, security was called
when I see here. You're right. I don't see the notes about.
So in fact, security was called when I talked to Linda that used to work at Salvation Army in Dallas when I got violated there, but she claimed that she now works at JPS Hospital, and she called security on me for trying to speak with the victim's advocate. They play games and say the victim's advocate will speak with you tomorrow. I waited till tomorrow. Then they said next week. Well, she was busy. Tried the week after that, and I never spoke with her. So I said, Linda, what's going on? We experienced this at Salvation Army, the same games. So I said, what's happening? We've already been through this at another location. In fact, it was games there with my tax return. She told me to do my stimulus check, and it was glitches there. But nonetheless, so she's now at JPS, and I reported to you that she was also at Salvation Army acting peculiar. So nonetheless, she called security on me because I wanted to speak with the victim's advocate. But I'm not quite certain on why security was guarding a unit. But it repeatedly keeps happening. Police and security are guarding units I'm on false pretenses or getting violated at. But I did multiple different grievances explaining not only was she there, but also a lady that lied that was at Dallas Behavior, Elizabeth, when I was getting violated there. She blatantly lied and said, no, I wasn't at Dallas Behavior. I know for a fact because she terrorized me there. And I've been trying to establish a pattern of these people that are at each location. Then when I was getting violated at PNS Shelter, she was also at another hospital, Millwood, where I was getting violated there. I'm not quite certain on if they work at shelters. How are they at mental hospitals too, where I'm getting violated?
Well, I don't really know how to respond to you. I see where you made some grievances. I see where we responded in writing.
Okay. Well, let's go on the ones that you have.
I mean, I will agree.
But I mean, they tried. Okay, because they tried to steal they stole my clothes the first time and tried to steal it the second time. Not only my clothes, but credit card. Then when they got scared and I deliberately tried to, scare them and tell them how many parties stole from me, then they gave me a shot in malice. But they recovered my items.
But what is it that you would want to be done now? We're talking about something that occurred 2 years ago.
I'm just
So
not
what
quite
is
sure.
it
You're
that you
an
would want to
advocate
be
for the
done now?
hospital? You're an advocate for the hospital?
For the behavioral health department, but what is your goal
I'm just
in
trying to
making
get
this phone
clarity.
call
Okay,
today?
I just wanted to get clarity. So in my file, there were 40 something, probably like 30 something lies in my file. I'm telling you that I was escorted out barefoot with police and my stuff clothes were stolen. Then I'm telling you that multiple different people from other environments that were toxic are now at a mental hospital, that I'm guarded by security and police. So, I mean, what did you deem important to investigate? Let's go with that. Since you can't find the theft that you told me that you found you found that you looked it up on camera, but you didn't really give me clarity on what was happening. You weren't concerned that police set me up to ride with a taxi cab driver that was trying to kidnap me until I got my device. So let's see what you deemed important. What did you investigate?
I don't have anything about that stuff that you're talking about. You did write several grievances while you were here that had to do with your social worker, and you didn't feel like she was advocating for you appropriately or providing you with the resources that you needed. I managed that up to her manager. That's what I have in here. I do remember you saying something about property. I don't remember finding anything about property in terms of video, but again, that's 2 years ago.
I'm not quite sure why you wouldn't
From
investigate a
what I
theft,
recall,
two of them, and then the staff trying to steal someone's credit card. That's serious. I'm not quite sure why you wouldn't do notation on
that
that.
is serious. But if we had found that had actually happened, then you would have heard back from that regarding
You did say
what
that
we
you reviewed the
found, or
camera
you would have
footage.
been.
I just find it mysterious because you said you reviewed the camera footage with the first theft. And then I explained to you after they got scared with the police was there. And then after they got scared and you went ahead and gave me my property and didn't steal it like multiple different other hospitals did. I think that someone that had prearranged the theft got mad because I told the staff how many thefts I had. And then they recovered my property, but gave me a shot to punish me for them not being able to steal my property. Because now I do grievances and inform all the hospitals of all the thefts that I've had and let them know that you can possibly get conspiracy charges deliberately so I won't have these repeated thefts. I don't have a lot. I'm a homeless woman, and to repeatedly have hospitals and everywhere I'm at still closed and these petty things and corruption, is heartbreaking. Because I don't have a lot, and the little I have, so many people are allowed to take it. So since they couldn't rob me, they went ahead and gave me a shot, and I reported that to you. So all these grievances, I really didn't get clarity that I was being terrorized at that hospital stay and slandered, and not only that hospital stay, but multiple other ones. So I'm not quite certain on why you didn't want to put in your notes something as serious as hospital staff stealing from someone and violating or in the process to cover for their theft. So let's just go on what you did have investigate.
I have a response to you on. Can't open it up.
What about how I was forced to take medication that was making me sick? And I reported, and then some medication that had my breast swollen up and had milk coming out of it. And my doctor gave me demanded that I take problematic medication, and said the state picked it up and wanted me to take medication that made me sick. And I said that this medication gives me a headache. It's like your guys are trying to kill me. If I'm sick and get a headache, why would the state pick it up and demand that I take problematic medication? Do you have that in your notes? And the doctor would come
Nope.
in and bully me and
I'm going to
mistreat
have
me
to
all the
let you go,
time.
Kiana, because we're not getting anywhere.
Are you
We're
slandering
not making
me?
any progress in this call. I need to know
Are you
what
gaslighting
it
me?
is your purpose in calling today. What
Are
is
you?
your resolution that you're seeking at this time?
I feel like I'm being gaslit. So how can this call flow that you feel comfortable and don't have to hang up? Because each time that I'm trying not to be invalidated and set boundaries, people disconnect the call. So what would make you feel more comfortable?
Okay, well,
I don't know why people would have to disconnect if I felt like
don't
hospital staff
understand
was trying to
what your
kill me.
purpose in the call is. Where are you wanting to go with this now? Are you needing do you need something from your medical record? What is it that you need right now?
Well, obviously I can't feel safe in this country.
Again, the last time we did anything was in, from what I can tell, was in 2023.
Right.
And I
But obviously,
don't understand where we're going with this now.
well, obviously I don't have a right to feel safe because if I'm reporting that I felt like the hospital staff was trying to kill me with giving me problematic medication and the state picking it up, and I don't have enough value to not experience that, and you have to disconnect the call to leave me in it. We can't discuss that. So can we discuss?
Well, because I can't go back and look at any kind of video at this point from August of 2023. That was not in my realm of possibility even. I'm sure that if I told you I looked at video then I did.
Well, that was a concern.
I'm not seeing I don't see that one.
Well, that was a concern because Dallas Behavioral demanded that I take high blood pressure medication, and I didn't have high blood pressure. And then I got so mad because it was like they were trying to kill me by putting me on medication I don't need. I threw water on the guy because he was demanded, saying that you will take it. And I said, I don't have high blood pressure. And they have me taking all this medication when I was there on false pretenses. And I know then another location said that they couldn't find my vein, and my arm swelled up really bad because they did something and said they couldn't find my vein, and it was like they were trying to kill me. Another location pretended like they couldn't find it for an hour and demanded that I have.
So we're not talking about other locations.
I'm just trying well, you can't find all the reports, and you did want to disconnect when I told you the doctor was demanding that I take problematic medication that made me sick. And then the state picked it up and demanded that I take this, and I said it's like people are trying to kill me.
The one symptom that you described was your breast lactating,
and then the tramadol that they demanded that I take.
That we give.
And then the tramadol they demanded that tramadol is normally a medicine that you don't have to take, but they demanded that I take tramadol that gave me a headache, a real bad headache. And then I said, why would you demand, and tramadol is normally a sleep aid, that you don't demand someone take? Then they put it on the allergy list.
Do you know which visit that was?
I think it was the second one when they tried to steal my clothes and credit card, and then gave me a shot when that scam didn't work.
August of that year or June of that year?
I'm not quite sure. I did the grievances on it. You don't have those grievances? So I'm trapped, and then like my life being in jeopardy because people want to hang up. That's serious. If I felt like someone was trying to kill me.
Where you said, I can't get a word in edgewise.
I'm sorry. I thought I was talking.
Okay.
I apologize. I thought I was the one talking.
You've talked nonstop since we started the phone call. It's hard for me to even respond to you. If you would like to give me a little bit of time to look back through the grievances that you did send when you were here, then I can maybe come back, call you back, and go through.
Well, listen, to get clarity,
how we either looked into it or how we responded.
Well, since I have you on the phone, I'm stepping out in a minute. Can you just explain to me what you do see, and we can go benefit and go there? Because I'll be stepping out, and I
will call you back after I've had a chance to look at
But you're going through the file and you're denying me the right to look.
Send in June of 2023. There are a number of them here. It will take me some time to read them and figure out what all we did to try to respond to them.
Can I give you dates? Would that help if I give you the dates?
Some time.
Because I don't get my calls, ma'am. You said that you tried to call and it didn't work, and so I don't want to get you off the phone.
For sure. Maybe I dialed the wrong number.
I just don't understand why I'm reporting serious events to people and they're always infuriated and psychologically abusive.
Are you going to be available the rest of the day?
I was explaining that I did want to step out, so I'd like to try to get this handled while we're on the line together. I don't mind waiting.
I don't even know what I'm trying to handle. If you would give me some time, please, to go back through and look at what your complaints were.
Well, if you don't know what you're trying to handle, wouldn't it be beneficial if I'm on the line?
Giving me the time to look into this.
I don't know why people raise their voice at me, ma'am. I feel like I'm repeatedly disrespected, and there's so much torment and psychological abuse everywhere I turn.
I'm gonna disconnect the call, and I will be happy to try and call you back a little bit later today.
I think this is how people enforce crimes on me. They're abuse and torment. I think it's deliberate.
I'm not going to keep going on and on with you.
I think it's deliberate intimidation, and I thought that was a felony.
To look through these notes.
I don't get my calls returned, ma'am. You just said you tried to call and couldn't get through. So this is for you, for YouTuber. If they're still enclosed repeatedly over and over and everything that I have, then, I just wanted you to show you my experience as YouTuber. I'm not quite certain why you had all of the information on these false reports in the hospital stays and in jail. I think that someone that likes to play mind games is deliberately trying to slander me. And if they want to slander me with the hygiene situation And I'm not saying that it's the most perfect, but I'm actually being lied on too. And stolen perfume and deprived of the right to shower in multiple different environments. So I'm not quite certain on what kind of party would have the thought process to want to sabotage my hygiene. Why would the United States want to do that? That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Why would the United States want to steal perfume and clothes repeatedly over and over? Why would the United States want to kidnap me and take me to PNS shelter?